when I talked to someone about social media marketing for the first time, the guy asked me, "What the hell is this activity? Why the hell I'm charging for it?" Because you're just posting anything over Facebook, you're just posting anything over Instagram, and my 5 year or 10-year kid does the same. So what's the point? Why the hell you are charging me for it? And I really got surprised. I really thought, yeah, like he's right. But then I answered him that it's not only about posting. Maybe you are right about social media marketing, but then this entire social media marketing as an activity contains a lot of things. It contains an entire strategy, it contains a lot of content, it contains posting that has to be done at every single day. Then we have to market it, then we have to create the report. So even though we are just posting something randomly over Facebook, any random post over Instagram, any video over YouTube, but then it takes a lot of efforts to create this content. It takes a lot of effort to create the monthly calendar for any project. It again takes a lot and lots of efforts to market it, right? Just by throwing any content piece over internet, it does not get eyeballs, especially if you are a new company, especially when you don't have followers, especially when you don't have connections. So now, in today's time, we do any social media marketing for a company with a strategy, with a plan that usually contains 6 different points. So everything starts with a monthly calendar. When I say monthly calendar, it looks something like this, and the calendar is going to have information for each and every day of the entire month. It looks like a random calendar though. It looks like any calendar which is posted somewhere on your wall, which is placed somewhere at your desk, and then you just have to simply fill in the information for every single day, which looks quite simple. But then if you get into the depth of every single day, you will find a lot of information. For every single day, you have to write down the title or the topic of the day. You have to write down the content for the day. You have to write down if it's going to have a creative, if it's going to have a video. Then you have to mark down if this content is for a holiday, if this content is a offer, if this content is a meme, if this content is for an event, and then list keeps going. So in the last video, I already showed you this e-commerce social media marketing calendar. How do you create this entire calendar? In fact, if you want, I will share you this calendar format. But then it's not only about creating the calendar. Calendar is just the beginning or the dawn of the social media marketing activity, because you have 5 remaining points as well. Once you have the calendar ready, if it's a new company, then you have to create the profiles as well. Creating the profile means you create Facebook page, you create Instagram profile, you create Twitter page, and you create the LinkedIn profile as well. Not only that, you also optimize these profiles. Now, what's the meaning of optimization? In fact, people really get confused. What's the difference between social media marketing and social media optimization? When I was new for this digital marketing world back like 10 years back, I was really confused about it. So basically, social media, in fact, some people still think social media marketing and social media optimization is the same thing. There's no difference in between both. But then we have some difference. When I say social media optimization, it's all about having the optimized social media pages. So if we have a Facebook page, if it's optimized, then it's gonna have the right piece of information. It's gonna have the website link. It's gonna have the thumbnail. It's gonna have the photo. It's gonna have each and every piece of information, so it looks attractive. It's optimized. So it's like when you have a room and you don't have this room optimized. It's just that you don't have this room in place. If you don't have your device, let's say your mobile optimized, then it's there, it's working, but then it's not up to mark. Similarly, social media optimization means that the pages or the social media content has to be optimized, has to be placed in the perfect shape. Then in the third topic, we have to cover up two parts of content creation. First one is the text content. So when you have content writers, they usually write the text content for the social media marketing plan. Along with that, we need to add the design team or graphic team who creates the content. And also in these days, we have to get this content created in the form of videos as well. Maybe short videos, videos that goes to reels, videos that goes to YouTube shorts. In fact, I always ask companies these days to post your videos over social media, because now people are not really consuming text, they're not really consuming banners, they are just not going to see banners. Nowadays it's all about video, it's all about graphic computer graphic interface, it's all about animations, it's all about stories. So now when it comes to content creation, I guess you shall be having more content pieces in the form of long, maybe short video, or maybe anything in the story form. Anyways, once you have the content available, then we get into the fourth part, which looks very simple because it's all about posting anything over the internet. But then, guys, you have to post it every single day. You can't miss it, right? You have to post it at a particular time of the day. You have to post it using the right hashtags. You have to post it using the right, I would say, content. So the post is not just about posting anything, the post has to be posted in a defined format at a particular time by adding the right people into it. And then once the posting is done, then the most important part of social media marketing is the marketing. So let's say you have a new page, you have a new company, you have designed a very good post, you have posted it at the right time. How about nobody sees it? Then marketing comes in the picture, but you have to share this post in the relevant groups. You have to share this post with the right community on Instagram if you have a community available. And then you may not even get the right reaches, and then you have to boost this post with some money, which is called as paid boosting. And finally, you create a monthly report by the end of the month. Maybe you create a weekly report which you have to share with the managers or maybe with the company. Anyways, so now we have to decide about all of these 6 points, starting with monthly calendar. So I think I have already showed you this monthly calendar, which is for the month of November 2024. I made this calendar for a project by the name of springtails.in, which is a fashion store for women. Now, this calendar had different titles and topics, starting with introduction of the company, then products of the company, then we wrote offers by the company. We wrote we mentioned that the content needs to be added, and we also mentioned the creative needs to be added. But then we can't manage the entire project from this calendar. This calendar is a blueprint. It tells us what exactly has to be done for the entire month, but then we can't manage the project using this calendar, for which we have this social media marketing monthly plan. So now we have this detailed plan, a plan which starts with each and every day of the month, a plan that contains the entire plan for the content. Then it contains everything about the posting. It mentions the platforms for the month. It contains the marketing plan, and it also contains the monthly results. Now, using this entire plan, you can actually manage any project. So let's get started with the first column, which starts with day and time. It's quite simple. You just have to mention the day and the time, or the day and the date, in fact, for that particular month. So let's say if we are doing it for 1st of November, we mention 1st of November in the cell 1, then we mention 2nd of November, we mention 3rd of November. Quite simple. It looks like a list plan. The calendar was a grid plan where we had everything mentioned in the grid format, but here in this plan we have everything mentioned in the form of list. Now, once you create your column number 1, which I will also share this entire format somewhere in the description of the video, but then I also want you to actually make some plans by yourself. Anyways, so once you are done with column number 1, then we get into the content plan. Now, this content plan is going to have 4 different portions. First one, it's going to be the post title and topic. So any post that we have to do for any particular day needs to have a topic. Topic means what exactly we are going to uh, choose as the topic of the day. So let's say for this one, we have a topic by the name of award post. This is something which I made for a different client, and we had used this entire plan for the social media marketing activity. Now we have divided it into different topics for different projects, and we knew what exactly has to be written for each and every topic. Now after putting or after writing all the topics for that particular month, you have to share this plan with content writer. Now it's quite possible that the company is not having the content writer. Then maybe you have to write down the first piece of content, which is going to be the text or the creative text. Now creative text is something that you place over the creative. Let me open up this drive for you so I can show you what exactly I mean by creative text. So whenever you get a creative designed, it needs to have the text available on it. Text in the form of the features, text in the form of the project name, text in the form of the phone number as well, text in the form of the tagline of that particular banner, or maybe text in a different format altogether. Here we have text in this format. The content piece or this information, this graphic can also have the phone number. It can also have this call to action button which says book now. It can also have this website link. So every graphic or every creative can have different piece of information placed over it, but you have to write it in the plan. If you don't write it in the plan, then it's going to create problems for designer, because this content plan has to be shared to the designer, has to be shared to the graphical or video content team. So they have to know that what piece of information has to be added on the graphics. So along with this text creative, you shall be also adding the website link. Let's say we add the website link over here, something like, let's say www dot, we add the phone number over here, anything that we want to mention. We also add the CTA button, let's say book now. So when you provide this entire piece of information to a designer, then he knows that he has to start with writing this content on the creative. Then he has to mention the phone number, the website link, and he has to add a call to action button, or she has to add a call to action button, in fact. Then we also have to write down the post caption. So when I say post caption, this caption is all about the information that you write while posting anything on Facebook or Instagram. So I guess you know it already that we don't only add the post while posting something, we add the content in the form of text as well. We also use the hashtags. We also can add the website link. Again, now this is the part of the team who's going to post anything, but then before they post it, you need to write down all the information. So as I said, it starts with the post title. Then we have to write down the creative content, creative text, and finally we have to write down the post caption. Now once these three informations are available, then we share this plan to the designing team. Now this design team has to make the creative for that particular post. As I said, the creative need can have the image in the back, the creative can have the logo, the creative can have the features, the creative can have the pricing, the creative can have a lot of information. But any information that you want to be added on the creative has to be mentioned in these two or in these three cells. If you don't mention it, then the creator will not be having a very good idea about how to create or what to create, right? Now, once you have the content, once you have the video or the creative available, then we get into the posting plan. Now, posting plan is going to start with mentioning the platforms like Facebook, Instagram, maybe LinkedIn, maybe Twitter. And then we also mention the timings when these posts have to be posted at a particular platform. I know it's very difficult to post anything at a particular time. So we use different tools for that. We have post schedulers, and through these schedulers, we schedule the post. Now, we mark if it's posted, if it's not posted. Usually the calendars or these plans are going to start with not posted, but eventually we have to mark every post as posted by the end of the day or after that particular day. Now, once the posts are posted over social media, then we have to get into the marketing plan. As I said, the most important activity. If you are doing all of these activities and the posts are still not getting the impressions, are not still getting the reach, what's the point of posting? And I've seen a lot of companies who are wasting or who are, you know, engaging in all of these activities in content planning. They are really creating very nice creatives. They are really posting it at a particular time, but they yet don't get eyeballs. They yet don't get impressions or reach for that post. And I always say, what's the point of all of these activities if you are not getting good number of impressions or reach? According to me, I think every post should at least get 1,000 reaches in the beginning, should at least get 50 engagements, maybe 10 to 15 comments. If you are getting anything less than this, there's no point in doing all of these activities. Right now, how do we achieve these numbers? How do we really get up to 1,000 monthly reaches? So we have two different activities in marketing plans. The first one and the most recommended one is the activity of sharing these posts in the Facebook groups. Then you shall be having your own community on Instagram and share the same post in the Instagram community. Now, we don't have a lot of options in Facebook and Instagram organic marketing, and that's why we have to use the help of paid marketing, which is called as boosting. Boosting means we add some money by Facebook, by Instagram on this post, and we post it with some amount. So let's say if we are posting or boosting this post with 100 INR, we can easily expect around 1,000 reaches for that particular post, which end up getting 15 engagements. Engagement means it's the combination of clicks, shares, and comments. And finally, we can get up to 10 comments for that particular post. And then the story stays same for each and every post for the entire month. So I guess now you know how to manage any project for social media and what all activities you are needed to perform for any social media marketing plan. Now what I can do, I can share you the format for this entire plan somewhere by below the end of the video. If you know anyone who can use this plan, then probably you can share the link of this video or you can share the link of this format, which I shall be adding below the video. I will see you in the next video someday.